Hey, thanks for joining me. Travis from the Knife Joker. Today coming at you with a new look at these Chaves Redencion Street. These Chaves Redencion Street, yeah, they came out, well, a year or two ago. But these models in particular being brand new from Riot Knives, just arriving. Let's check them out. That Chaves Knives, always known for that skull clip, and yeah, it's still got it. Of course, these new knives actually coming with an additional clip right there, regular clip. So yeah, getting two things in this box, this Chaves Ultramar box. That magnetic box with the key. Getting two things, that knife, and then I guess a plain clip if you don't like the skull clip. Take a close-up look at these brand new streets. Just came in. Of course, my focus is acting up again. It's a better shot there. That stonewashed titanium on these Chaves Redencion streets. These being 3.25 inch, just a hair smaller than the 228. I think with the 228 was 3.35 inch. So these being 3.25 on that Tanto version, and also drop point. I'm not sure which one's my favorite yet, but boy, that drop point, that big belly on the front. Once again, trying to take a close look at that stonewashed titanium. Really looks nice. Well, I guess Riot does do a lot of bead blast titanium. And this stonewash, boy, it's fun to look at and look at and look at. So again, take a good gander at this skull clip. I haven't noticed any hot spots, but haven't carried one too much yet. Like I said, these just came out. I think over time they've modified these screws and the corners of some of these parts of the skull over time to eliminate hot spots and easier mounting, easier for switching out to this clip if you like. Got these being that thumb stud opener, just like almost all Chaves knives. That thumb stud opener, and boy does it work well. Let's take a close-up look at the thumb stud itself. Those big fat thumb studs, just easy to grab, but not too grippy, if that makes any sense. That's easy. And no matter how you go with that, even with the back one, used my nail before. I think I pushed it straight out like this on the back. Also works well. Harder to do on camera when I'm trying to keep the focus. But yeah, no matter which thumb stud you're using, super easy to use. Once again, a little harder to do on camera. These knives are funny with those 3 jimps. Well, they're beefy knives. 1, 2, 3 big old jimps, and a couple here on the handle. Guess basically gives you, well, kind of like 5 jimps. You do feel them. Even though they're not sharp, they are sharp. And once again, if that makes any sense, Riot is just rounding off the right spot and leaving it sharp in pretty much the right spot. Of course, these blades coming in M390. It's a hand ground satin, belt satin. And once again, with all Riot knives, you can see the consistency of that edge. From side to side, front to back. Extremely consistent edge. And these are being hollow ground. Really a good cutter. Even though you got this beefy handle and beefy blade, 4mm stock, really thin user knife. And you don't need to worry too much about it. I mean, there's some beef there. It's still thin enough to use. Not just something you're going to look at. It's not just a pry bar. Look at that over travel stop. And you can't push it out too far. It will stop. You got that steel insert right there. Here's the lockup. It's again, Riot usually makes an early lockup, and I've never had one fail. There's a lockup on the other knife here. Just a hair more. Over travel stop. And boy, these things are smooth. Very smooth open. Good look at that Tanto blade. Those grinds. So clean. A little tiny bit of oil right there. These knives being just brand new. Out of the box or out of the pouch. Oh yeah, I like them. Feel really nice. Of course, always wanted some of these. These, you know, Chaves Ultramars being designed by Ramon Chaves and produced by Riot Knives, make it affordable so we can actually get one of Ramon's designs in hand. And once again, kind of debating which is my favorite blade shape, that Tanto blade or that drop point, that big belly. Got that key as Ramon maker's mark there on the blade. And the back spacer, of course, being stonewashed titanium as well. Just so clean. Everything about it. Haven't found any imperfections, so to speak, like I was on most Riot knives, and once again hit my cardboard box. That's why I use the cardboard box. Get a little side by side with another knife here. Let's just pull out something. Got that Riot Knives Mini Crossroads being darn near the same size. I think the Mini Crossroads might be a hair larger, but yeah, there's that Mini Crossroads alongside the Redencion Street here. Both hollow ground, both great user knives. Oh, maybe take a look at a PM2. That's a good knife to compare to. A lot of people compare to that knife. That Spyderco PM2. You can see the PM2 a little longer. And the Chaves knife just a hair beefier. But behind the edge, both going to be great cutters. And even though the knife is 3.25 inches, it's got about a 4-inch handle. There it is in my large size hand. And, oh, it matches up really well. Not feeling small at all in my large size hand. And the knife does come back, well, it comes down here at the back. Not super sharp here on the back, but I don't feel it at all. Actually, I've been buying gloves lately. I bought some extra large gloves and some large gloves. That's depending on the company. So, yeah, great in hand. Feel no hot spots on that pocket clip at all. You know, it being flat here as opposed to some of those, you know, those bent metal clips that go whoosh, and then they stick up at the end. You know, this titanium clip being flat. So, yeah, that skull being really, really good in hand. Now let's go ahead and get a weight on one of these. Gonna be 5.3 ounces, so yeah, obviously heavier than most knives. You got quite a bit of girth or weight here in the handle, so feels pretty good in hand. A lot of the weight right there in my hand, not front heavy at all. And yeah, do like those 3 jimps. They work. Get an overall length on one of these babies. Yeah, we know it's 3.25 inch blade, but overall you're looking at about 7.25 inches. And there they are. Which one is your favorite? Have you been able to make a decision? Leave a comment down below. Which blade type are you going to order, or would you order? And I tell you, these knives, a lot of Riot knives, as long as you don't lose it, or, you know, that's going to last you, well, a lifetime. Just feels like this knife is going to last a lifetime. And I know the Riot M390, the cold ground edges, they do a cold grinding method. The edge holds up. It holds up really well. If you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and leave a comment down below. We'll see you on the next one. And don't forget to like the video if you like the video. And to check these out at thenifejoker.com. You can see more about these Redencion streets at thenifejoker.com.